Thank you. When life takes an unexpected turn, it can be difficult to find a way forward. But one Quad Cities organization is helping brain injury survivors rediscover their strength, their skills, and purpose. Empower House is the only brain injury clubhouse in Iowa, and it's celebrating 5 years of support and life-changing programs. Joining us with more information is Empower House Executive Director Claire Motto-Style. Claire, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. We have a lot to get to, but we want to start with a little bit of background for people. Empower House is a very unique resource, not only for the Quad Cities, but as we just mentioned, the entire state of Iowa. Talk a little bit more about your mission and how it supports brain injury survivors.
Yeah, so I'll back up even a little bit. I feel like brain injury is often a misnomer, but a lot of us, most of us actually likely know someone who's had a brain injury. That might be a stroke, it might be a concussion, it might be a fall, or even a car accident. And so when we say brain injury, a lot of people feel like, oh, I don't know about that, but we likely have a loved one who has experienced one of those things. And because a lot of us have experienced something like a brain injury, we also might know that that really upends people's lives, right? Like people might not be able to return to work, they might not be able to return to driving, they might have a change in roles in their lives. And so a lot of times people after traditional medical therapy kind of wind up feeling like, what's next? I feel like I'm at a standstill, I'm not where I was previously in life, and where do I go from here? And so Empower House is meant to kind of fill that gap and help provide lifelong support for people.
Wonderful. And you kind of spoke about it just now, different types of brain injuries. So describe the different types of injuries that you do serve and how that will really, their experience will differ when they come to Empower House because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we, as I mentioned, falls, stroke, seizure, tumor, infection, car accident, falls, gunshot wounds, other neurological disorders. We really kind of run the gamut. So really any injury to your head. And brain injuries are kind of one of those areas that are still not well understood in the medical model, right? Like there's so much about our brain that we do understand, and there's still plenty that we don't. So it looks different for everybody after any injury, and any injury, even if it's a stroke, it may look different for two different people. So we strive to provide individualized support and also lifelong. That's what's unique about us versus the medical model, is the clubhouse model provides lifelong support for people.
Absolutely. Okay, so there are 3 main service areas that you offer. So tell us what they are and kind of explain what those look like. For example, the first one being work ordered day.
Yep, so the work ordered day is the core of the clubhouse model. So while we are the only organization of our kind in the state, we're based on an international model with decades of research supporting its efficacy. And so the work order day really means that our members, the survivors, are part of every aspect of our organization. Our business unit helps give tours and writes thank you notes to donors and organizes receipts and plans events. Our kitchen unit preps, plans, and cooks lunch 3 of the 4 days that we are open. And then our maintenance unit does basic maintenance of our space. So all of those being really functional life skills that hopefully transfer back to people gaining more independence at home as well.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And then the next couple, wellness, and finally brain injury support services.
Yeah, so we really strive to be the hub of brain injury resources in our area, knowing that no one service line is going to be a fit for everybody, right? So we want to have a wide variety. 3 of our service lines are offered nowhere else in the state. We collaborate with over 10 other local, national, and statewide agencies. So we really try to be the experts in what we do and make sure we can meet as many people's needs as possible.
You have such passionate staff. Talk a little bit about maybe a success story or 2 that you can share with us that that can really showcase the people that you serve and the great things that they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I have one member that always comes to mind when we talk about success stories, and when she had a stroke about 7 years ago, and when she first started coming to us, she just was down. You could see it in her demeanor. She sat back, she was quiet, very reserved, often said that she just sat at home and cried. She didn't want to go out in public because of the changes she had experienced, had a hard time communicating. Now she volunteers several days a week at a store in Bluegrass. She often does public speaking with us about Empower House at our events.
That's awesome.
She gives tours very regularly. She's very much the person when a new member comes in, she takes them under her wing. Like it's been amazing to see not just the little changes, there are all these tangible changes, but to see the overall appearance and how she shows up in her life and what she is able to accomplish.
That's huge. It's the difference between enjoying life, and not. So you guys are celebrating 5 years, which is a major milestone. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are also celebrating that 5 years with a move to a new location.
Yes.
So tell us about where you're going to be and what's changing with this move.
Yeah, we are absolutely thrilled to be celebrating 5 years and to be celebrating with a move. We have been in a wonderful location downtown Davenport the past 5 years. We opened in 2020, which was quite interesting timing, and so we made our space work in the ways that we needed it to. But we're moving a little further up and west, and we'll be across from the Davenport Fairgrounds. We're doubling our square footage.
That's awesome.
We have massively increased parking. We're on the ground floor instead of third floor, so everything is much more accessible for our members. The renovations that we've been doing have been keeping that accessibility in mind to really make sure that our members can access every area of our space. It's really very intentional. So we're just absolutely thrilled. Can't wait to be there.
So excited. So that's coming up in May, but we'll remind you of that before we let you go. Just one quick thing is you have a fundraising campaign going on right now. So, people are going to be touched by just your presence on this show today and everything that you guys are doing. How can they get involved with this?
Yeah, so I think you have the QR code right up on the screen. So thank you so much for that. We, in honor of our 5th party, we're doing a $50,000 campaign. And the theme of this is more. Our goal is always to create more for brain injury survivors, more opportunities, more chances to thrive, more services, just more opportunities for joy overall, kind of as you mentioned. And so this $50,000 campaign will support our move, will support the renovations, and support program growth and sustainability at our new location.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so the QR code's on the screen, but we'll make sure that we put everything on the website as well. If you know somebody affected by a brain injury, that new location is on West Locust Street in Davenport, across from the fairgrounds. Doors open on May 8th. Very exciting. And if you want to learn about programming or getting involved, visit them on the web at empowerhouseqca.org. Claire, as always, thank you so much for being such a great advocate.
Thank you.
Thank you.